Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope this is working because this is a re-upload. So I hope I hope I remember all my jokes still. So today Barilaro gave evidence. So it started off where there was screenshots done of the secret dictatorship, a statement from how much money YouTube had made from all of Friendly Geordie's videos. They also announced today that Google was withdrawing the 29A defense, which was the public interest defense. I don't know why they've pulled it. I don't know. There's obviously something that we don't know. So at the moment, it looks like they are in damage control. So it looks like Barilaro is going to get money. It's now about how much money. So we watched two videos. We watched the Bruz withdrawal video and we watched the online dating one. And I have to say, they were, I don't know, there's something about them being played in court that made them a little bit more funnier. But anyway. So when Barilaro gave his first name, he said there was Giovanni, and that Giovanni is translated to John in English. He was always called John at school because John is the English form of Giovanni. They talked about his childhood, his parents, what his parents did, their immigration to Australia. He was married for 27 years, the ages of his daughters. He gave evidence about, the business he started and everything. Essentially you're sitting there going, what an amazing man this is. Go through his public life, and then we start getting into the videos. I mean, he does imply that viewers of Friendly Geordies are not bright. But one of the things that I realized is that he keeps talking about how he felt humiliated by the videos. A lot of it is, I felt this. So there would be a question, how did you feel when you saw this? How did that make you feel? And so we got humiliated, angry, upset, hurt. But I realized that he seemed to have been triggered by his childhood. So obviously he was bullied as a child. That's what's come across. It looks like he got bullied as a child, and that's really what I'm. And so some of the things that came out in the videos from Friendly Geordies or Jordan Shanks triggered in childhood bullying. And I'm not taking anything away from that, but that's essentially the feeling that I got. Just remember, these are just my opinions. This is what I have taken from what I've seen today. Doesn't mean that I'm right. It's just my opinion. Barilaro talked about how much he hates Google. He talked about how the videos are hate crimes. He said no sane person would believe the videos produced by Friendly Geordies. Therefore, I must be insane. There was a video removed that was due to a nasty rumor, which was the alleged affair, which is really interesting. He said that after taking action against Google himself, he decided to engage lawyers because, to quote, no one trusts politicians, but they trust lawyers. He referred to Google as a crock of S, or poo. He blames Google for a lot of his problems. Now, this for me was a very telling statement, and I think this sums this up. He stated that he thought Google would respect the office of the Deputy Premier of New South Wales, but it was obvious that they don't. And I got the impression that he expected the fact that he was the Deputy Premier of New South Wales, so when he spoke, Google would take it down because he said, I don't like this video, it's defamatory, and Google should have said, yes, sir, we will take it down. But they didn't. For whatever reason, I mean, Google's maintaining that there was evidence from mainstream, that there was newspaper articles in the videos, and that enough was evidence. Barilaro says he won't get closure because the internet's forever, that these videos will always be there, that people will always refer to him as Bruz, that people will always think of him as being corrupt. He accuses Google of trying to bankrupt him. He said that he was going to walk away a few times, but his legal team have kept him going. Maybe they saw the dollar signs. I don't know. Even Premier Gladys Berejiklian told him to leave it alone. Barilaro continually presented himself as the little guy and Google as the big bully. You know, I was waiting for him to refer to a David and Goliath battle, but you know. So they did talk about the two videos. So he said the dating video, there's no truth that he ever had an online dating account. No, I don't think that it was ever implied that he did, but just that the email address that was attached to his old business was. He said he thought the hell of FJ was over, but it wasn't. Now, he has sort of implied that there's some type of conspiracy between Friendly Geordies and Google to destroy him, and that the last Friendly Geordies video happened to come at a time when Google had offered a settlement, and then when he didn't take the settlement, the video was released, which I found to be a very really bizarre allegation. Why does everybody do stuff when I start filming? So there was more talks about the videos. He was going through each of the videos and was talking about the processes on which grants are awarded, etc., etc., etc. Then the feed dropped. And when the feed came back, Barilaro was wiping tears from his eyes and getting out of the witness box. So the whole point of today was to show that Barilaro is a poor little man being picked on by a big multinational company. So Google still has to cross-examine. I mean, if Google has withdrawn all the defenses, as I said, I don't know why. There has to be a reason for it. Then they will be trying to mitigate the loss. I'm hoping they're going to bring up the Helen Dalton stuff, because he was talking about bullying and he was talking about all these other things. But there is all these examples. He challenged people to read the articles. We have read the articles. For me, I want you to go away and look and read everything for yourself. Don't listen to what I say. Don't do what just make sure that you go and do your own research and make up your own opinion, because that's the best thing that we can do. Anyway, bye for now, and I'll catch you again soon.